There are three main parts that make up a computer. In reality, it's a little bit more complicated than this. However, this is important to understanding the basic operation of a computer. The three main parts that make up a computer are the CPU, or central processing unit, main memory, and I/O storage devices. The CPU, or central processing unit, is the brains of the computer. It handles the execution of instructions. This could be as simple as adding two numbers. What's important to understand is the CPU takes instructions, decodes them, and executes them. This process is known as the fetch, decode, and execute cycle. So the CPU executes programs. However, the question is, where do we store these programs? The CPU has to get them from somewhere. We primarily store our programs in main memory. The main memory holds instructions and data for currently running programs. This is most commonly implemented using RAM or random access memory. RAM memory is volatile. This means once the computer is powered off, all the data in RAM will be lost. However, there is a solution to this. To solve the issue of data being lost, we use secondary storage devices. This memory is called non-volatile. What this means is you can turn off your computer and turn it back on again, and all the data will still be there. The most common implementation we use are hard drives or SSDs, or solid-state devices. Another type of secondary storage device gaining popularity are M.2 drives. In addition to secondary storage, it is useful if the computer has some way to get data in and out of it. This can take many forms. The important thing is I/O devices let us communicate with the computer. Without I/O devices, it's very hard to understand what's going on in the computer and for the computer to give us information about itself. Some examples of I/O devices include monitors, keyboards and mice, and secondary storage is also included. So to recap, there are three primary parts that make up a computer. This is the CPU, or central processing unit, the part of the computer that fetch, decodes, and executes instructions, main memory, where currently running programs are stored, and I/O and secondary storage devices. This allows us to get data in and out of the computer, and to store programs even when the computer is turned off and on. These parts all work together to make up a computer.